I admire this man's entrepreneurial spirit, but surely there is a better use of taxpayers' money than lining this Essex former disco owner's pockets.
Indeed. I mean, the situation is so bad that it's almost rehabilitating the reputation of Karl Marx. I mean, we don't have the free market capitalism of Margaret Thatcher or Milton Friedman. This is cronyism, pure and simple. People like Mr. King are enriching their coffers at the expense of the taxpayer. And it really does stick to the core. And to put this in some perspective, the government has a levelling up fund. It's used to gentrify deprived towns and cities, invest in cultural assets, improve transport links, and so on. But Mr. King has a contract worth 1.3 billion. Now, that sum is greater than the sums sent out during rounds 1 and rounds 2 of the Levelling Up Fund. So the Northwest, for example, received 600 million, and that was the largest recipient. This 1.3 billion contract is greater than the money sent to the Southeast, money sent to the Southwest, the East Midlands, the West Midlands, Yorkshire and the Humber, London, and it's a greater sum than the total money given to Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland, which is just shy of 800 million. That's for rounds 1 and 2 of the level.
Is it this guy's fault, though? You see, this is the thing. It's not really his fault, is it? It's not his fault at all, actually, is it? I mean, he's providing a service. Someone's offering him an absolute fortune for it, and he said yes to it. I mean, he's not human trafficking people, is he, himself? So this is more a fault with the government than it is with this guy, Graham King.
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. We need an economy based on producers rather than people being parasitic off the taxpayer. And I think the lion's share of the blame is certainly with the government. They should have anticipated this problem well in advance. The illegal crossings in Europe through the Bosphorus Strait, the Balkans, various other places. The government should have anticipated many years in advance that this could become a problem for the UK, particularly with criminal supply chains becoming more sophisticated.
I'd been enjoying reading reviews of it, actually. Some of the companies. You can go online and review this guy's business, apparently. Had recorded a video of your staff who wouldn't tell me who he is, so I cannot complain about him. Nasty staff at night. Apparently this is in some of the accommodation that people claim to be staying in. There's quite a bit of this going about, actually. Some of them are quite funny, apparently. And one of them, it says that the most savage and educated Ready Home staff are working at a place in Colindale. Just FYI, they have riot shields in their office so they can easily smash your face in. That's from somebody who's getting in touch there. They should be disgusted with themselves. There are a couple of good reviews, it must be said as well. I love this company. It's quite busy, but it's lovely for me. They've been helpful with us, and my mother accommodation was suitable. So it's a mixed bag, it must be said, for this particular chap. But he is planning on seeing these massive profits go a long way into the future. Apparently, his contract runs until 2029. So, far from stopping the boats, eh?
Yes. I mean, there are perverse incentives there. And there's this myth that simply increasing the population, keeping the pedal to the metal on large-scale immigration, whether it's legal or illegal, is going to boost the economy. But what we're seeing here, essentially, is a redistribution program. The hard-pressed taxpayer is seeing their money taken away from them by the Treasury and given to very privileged people like Mr. King, who, is living the life of Riley. He's funding a glamorous lifestyle. He's sending his kids to boarding schools and so on.
Apparently his daughter's at take £44,000 a year boarding school and makes artwork saying deport racists, not refugees. I mean, I'm not surprised. The migrant crisis is literally funding their lifestyle, isn't it? Every time they go on yet another luxury ski trip, or he's pictured out on some beach there, looking great, getting a nice tan, it is the migrant crisis, in part, that's paying for it. Again, I do want to emphasise, genuinely, I'm not just saying this because I probably have to at this point, but I don't actually have a massive problem with Graham King. He's a guy who started a business, saw an opportunity, and someone has gone, here is the best part of £1 billion. Do you want it? And he said yes to that. And, anyone's got a right to do that. It's more just the fact that this is happening and the amount of money that it's costing the taxpayer. But, look, thank you very, very much. It's great to have you on the show. It's Mike Jones there, is Executive Director at Migration Watch.